So I got Disney Plus, more on that later. I have work tomorrow, so I'm trying to make this quick, but my Crisis on Infinite Earths review, as you guys probably saw by the time this goes up, it pisses me off. It, like, every 2-3 seconds, maybe a little bit in between, it freezes, and yeah, the audio is fine, but we're not doing grumps. Ow, what happened? So, I don't know what happened just a second ago, but my, anyways, yeah, so Crisis on Infinite Earths, I'm not gonna try to rush it if something seems rushed just because I've done this twice. Watch this and then go listen to the other video. It's not YouTube's fault it came out like that, it's my phone, it did stupid shit, so I have to go verify this one before uploading. But yeah, you guys probably saw the video, so... But, Crisis on Infinite Earths, the comic book, not the show. The show has not come out, I have not been privy to any special information, though, as of the time of recording, it has been at most a day, at minimum 8 hours since we got our first look at Batman in the crossover show. And I want to say he looks cool, so hyped. But it's just Kevin Conroy's face. You get to see a little bit of weird stuff on his shoulder blades. Not shoulder blades, that's the back stuff. On his shoulders and stuff. So it looks like we're getting the Kingdom Come version. That's cool. I was hoping for a bit of a more traditional Batman, so hopefully we get that too. But this is still really cool. And you know what, personally? I don't care. As long as I get Batman and he's Batman. Bruce Wayne would have been kind of disappointing. But since we're getting Batman, that's going to be cool. Maybe they feel like we already got too much of a more traditional Batman with Gotham. There's still a chance. I'm not hoping, and I'm not trying to seem ungrateful. It's just, that seems like an acquired taste. Right? I do really want to see this put on live action, because even though the comics look pretty realistic at times with their art style in the Kingdom Come comics, since that's the one that this is based on, that looks great. Anyways, we're not talking about that here. We're talking about the show, or the comic. So, yeah. Chapter 1 basically is... It almost starts out as like an anthology thing. Or like the beginning of Young Justice. You know, like that? Like how Clone Wars has a bunch of just different disconnected episodes airing. Like Star Wars The Clone Wars has a bunch of different episodes that aired randomly. Like, I feel like, you know, LucasArts or Lucasfilm or whatever, whoever made that show, they made it in chronological order, and then Cartoon Network's like, yeah, but see, what if we chop it up randomly? They just put their hands over their eyes and then went with like a knife in their other hand, just and then they put it in a bowl, mixed it like a salad, then threw it out onto TV, and it came out in this weird order. That's what happened. So yeah. But Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 starts out with like all of the heroes joining together in one area. And then, or in different areas. You have Firestorm doing something with Killer Frost. And Firestorm actually had a surprisingly big role at the beginning of the book. And then he just disappears for the rest of it. Like, I don't think... I think at around the halfway point, he just straight up disappeared. And also, it's so interesting seeing the dynamic. So you see Killer Frost in the show is actually married. Not actually married. They were supposed to get married to each other at the end of the season. But really, I'm still going to call it a marriage because it might as well be. Let me just put this up here. I'll call it a marriage because it was supposed to be. But we see it... What was that? Okay, I thought the camera was screwy again. I fucking hate that. Ooh. Okay. There. Stop it, AFL. My video is turning into a liquid and I don't like that. It's still doing it. Okay. Be right back. I think there are bugs crawling on me from over here. But basically, Crisis on Infinite Earths has Ronnie Raymond doing all the... I rewound. So Ronnie and Caitlin are actually were together at one point in the Arrowverse. Ronnie was recently referenced. Ronnie was actually recently referenced, and I thought that was kind of interesting. But in the Arrowverse, like in the premiere for this season, Ralph talks about Ronnie. I don't know how Ralph knows about him. I guess they talked about it between seasons, but... So, I do find it interesting how no one misses Caitlin, though. Like, no one's been like, man, I miss Caitlin. You know? I guess maybe between episodes they hang out with Caitlin. She just kind of pops in and out between episodes. I don't know. But anyways, they need to clone Caitlin to make Killer Frost her own person. Like, that needs to be what happens. Because it's just a weird situation. But in the... In, I'm stumping. So in the comic, they hate each other. Well, Caitlin's a bad guy and such. But just when Psycho Pirate does his love thing, Caitlin is just all over him, and he's just like, yeah. It's like the Sonic the Hedgehog and Amy Rose relationship right there. But anyways, yeah, the comic starts out with weird things going on and weird events. The weather starts getting weird. The red skies actually weren't touched on ever. They don't make a big deal out of it like the Arrowverse does. So, but yeah, the weather's being weird. So Titans are in Titan's Tower. Nightwing, Starfire. Nightwing is just never seen after the beginning of the book, and Batman is like barely in it. Since they were actually given Batman for the comic or for the show, I thought that Batman would have a huge role in the comic. He doesn't. His role could be replaced by any other character. So I don't know why WB is like, yo, we're gonna let you have Batman. Not hating. I love Batman. I've been saying he needs to be in the Arrowverse for forever, and now he is. Excluding the cameo scene from Batwoman. But, yeah, so, you know, it's an amazing, amazing thing so far. What I'm seeing. What is up over here? There are bugs crawling all over me and biting me. So, yeah, Titan's Tower's being weird and stuff. I do like some of the character combos we get. I can't really list them right now. But we get a bunch of characters partnering up with other characters, and it's just a cool site. Beast Boy is known as Changeling, and I thought that was kind of like, I was like, what the hell is a changeling? And then, you know, I didn't have to look it up. It was really obvious the more I kept reading it that I was like, oh, this changeling is just Beast Boy. So, yeah, the comic's great. There's just not much for me to repeat. We've all read it. Robin dies, like Jason Todd. He just dies. They mention that he is among the dead, and I was just like, no, they don't mention that. They say that Robin and Huntress's bodies were never recovered, and I'm like, I even went unless I just missed it, because I went and tried to find out where that happened. It didn't. I swear, it did not. And yet, like, last time I saw it, Huntress was underneath a building that had just collapsed on her. The shit was that? Did you guys hear, like, a dog barking? That didn't sound like one of ours. Didn't even really sound like a bark. If you guys heard it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you guys didn't, then whatever. But yeah, the show so far is kind of... The comic is kind of just hard to pinpoint stuff since I read it a while ago. I made a review, so just listen to that. Do not watch it. By no means do you have to watch it. Just like, I don't know. You can watch it, but it's going to bother the shit out of you, trust me. Well, what I would do is just when you're not doing something, put on some headphones, just flip the phone upside down, or just don't look at, just listen. Don't watch it. It's not going to get you anywhere. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. It's been a while. Yeah. And the Teen Titans barely have any role to play. The main characters are the different Supermen. Like, it cycles between... Honestly, the comic feels unfocused. You would think it's about the Monitor, but I'm not going to spoil what happens. He just kind of screws off. Then Harbinger is there quite a bit, but, like, even then, she has the powers of a god, and yet she does nothing with them. If the book sounds bad, it's not. It's a good read. One of the best comics I've ever read. I just can't pinpoint some of this stuff. It's not the best I've ever read. But in my other review, I gave it a 10 out of 10, and I stand by that. What it's trying to do, the story it told, it's a timeless one, I tell you. All of the Earths merge into... We're going to call it the New Earth, because I always mix up Earth Prime and Prime Earth. Because why wouldn't I mix that up? Like, if WB is like, you're going to mix that up? Like, I can tell the difference between two different Deathstrokes, now 3. But I always mix up New Earth and Prime Earth. So, yeah, basically, the book is all over the place in the best ways. It's like, damn it, I have a floof. It's like, I can't explain it that well. I'm not good with words. Read the description. Anything I forgot will be listed in that description. Hopefully. Seriously, go listen to that first video. Maybe I'll do another review closer to when the show actually... No, because that's only in a few months. That's only in like 2 weeks now, I think, when that starts up. No, I've lost my damn mind if I think that's only 2 weeks. I don't know. It's the point of the story. It's not going to be that long, so I will do a review on the trailers and any similarities they may have to what's actually going down in the comic. That'll get you a better idea. So this will just be the part 1, and the part 2 will be the trailers, and I'll go further explain it, I think. I don't know how this is going to work, okay, guys? I'm kind of bullshitting my way over here. It looks like it's doing that thing again. But yeah, I'm kind of bullshitting my way to victory right now. I hope that doesn't happen in the video. What happened? So, yeah, basically, the comic's great. I will say the Anti-Monitor is unkillable. And the one thing I will spoil from the show, I think it's going to be in the show, so I don't want to say it. I know that a lot of stuff is going to be in the show, and a lot of stuff important that I may have mentioned here. But this is the part that I think, it certainly doesn't, it's not the biggest thing, but it's the thing that I kind of want to warn people on if it comes true. So, if you're interested, and you haven't read the comic, if you're interested in watching the show, that is, and everyone is talking about this. People who don't watch the shows are talking about this. So, if you're one of those people, please tune out for the next 30 seconds. Skip in 30 seconds. Okay. So, the Anti-Monitor and Monitor's origin are tied to the Owens. The Owens are the Guardians of the Universe, and they're tied to Green Lantern. Be right back. I don't want to sound like a racist here, but damn it, what this? I don't want to sound like a racist here or anything, but I have no idea which Green Lantern is in the When there is silence, my ears ring like, oh, keep that thing going. That thing sounds great right now. But yeah, I should get back to the Owens thing anyways. I'll get to that later. So the Green Lanterns are involved heavily in the story, so I really want to see them in there. I'm hopeful, but there's been no mention of them. John Diggle becoming one of them would be kind of cool. But yeah, outside of that. Now the other thing is that I don't think it's John Stewart. I've never seen this guy before. He looks like a Disco Stew type of character, but he's a Green Lantern. The only reason I even think it could be John Stewart is because of the skin color, but the personality just doesn't fit. So I had bad writing from the comic writer. The writing is pretty atrocious even for then, but the characters really shine through, so it works for me. It's not Star Wars episodes 2 and 3 bad. It's more like Star Wars episode 1 and parts of 5 bad. So tolerable, but kind of out there. But yeah, Marv Wolfman's a great writer. Judas Contract, pretty good. Crisis on Infinite Earth has great parts, but there's a lot of bad writing. So I don't know who this Green Lantern is. I looked it up on the internet. It was a 5-second search. I didn't put any effort in it. But I was like, Green Lantern, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Who is Green Lantern, Crisis on Infinite Earths? And it just yielded no results. Go try it for yourself. I guarantee it will not do. But when Larfleeze, I think it was, asks, if you're not Green Lantern, and then he's like, yo, the other guy quit. So, and then it happens again, and he's like, I'm not the other guy. I'm a different one. And so yeah, I have no idea who that. Never says his name, I don't think. Trust me, it would have been incredibly obvious when I was rereading certain parts of it, if they ever said his name. You think I just come to these videos unprepared? You're right. Okay? I think we're done here. You've insulted me. No, but really, I give it a 10 out of 10. I think if they redo the entire book, just change up some of the writing, this book will go down to a 5 out of 5, or a 5 out of 10. And I would recommend the newer one, since it would have better writing and better visuals. But there isn't a newer one, so that isn't happening. But yeah, right now this is a 10 out of 10. I love it, what it tries to do. I give everything its own little score based on what it's trying to be and stuff. If I was gonna be serious about this, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe an 8.2 out of 10. But if I put it in its own little category, which is in my mind, so it's hard for other people to understand, 10 out of 10, all the way. The light just flickered, I think. But anyways, yeah, I'd have to say 8.2 out of 10. If we're just grading it as, like, if it were a run-of-the-mill thing that just, it was like nothing usual for DC to pump out this kind of stuff, I'd say 8.2 easily. But this kind of thing comes out only every once in a while, and that makes it special to me, I think. Keep in mind, I have no nostalgia. I've never read this, never had the ability to go back and read it. My hair is terrible right now. I never had the ability to go back and read it. I never read it, so but yeah, people always tell me, oh, you just nostalgia blended. I'm 17. Nostalgia's not a thing for me. And also, didn't read it. I only recently started reading comic books. I was familiar with the shows, the cartoons, and I would look up everything I needed to know. But comic books were expensive, unobtainable, so stuff that I didn't know, I just couldn't know. So, but yeah, I didn't grow up with this. I didn't read this. I'm still kind of growing up a little bit. So keep that in mind. One thing I do want to say, COPPA, COPPA, I can't remember what it is. Child Online Protective, there's another P and then A. So yeah, it's called COPPA rule, and then there's like the. So yeah, it's pretty shit. I will link hopefully some videos that'll inform you on in the description. That's where my priorities land rather than the Crisis on Infinite Earths thing, because I've done that already. This needs awareness, and I have 50 people subscribe to me. Only like 4 guys are consistent viewers, and only like 10 of them still watch me. So that to me, that says that I need to figure out how to engage with my community a little bit better, and that I'll only have like 10 people aware of this thing. I'll make my own dedicated video for it, but at the moment, Arlo, Review Tech USA. I just flipped you guys the bird. I apologize. This is just how I do things. I didn't know how this machine worked. I can't. There's someone. There are like a lot of people who are upset with it. I'm scared of it. And the phrasing is super vague, which. Review Tech USA is not very concerned about it, but Arlo raises some good points. And there's another guy. I watch a lot of people on YouTube, and not everyone is talking about this, but most people are. This is atrocious. This is bad. One, I don't think if the parents don't care that much, I don't think they should care that much. Like, buzz off government. Cool, you have cops, so they have their. Everyone's heart is in the right place, I think. But their brain, like, someone told me the other day, someone said, Michael, your heart's in the right place, but your head is right up your ass. I love that phrase. But, so yeah, guys, your heart is in the right place, but your head is way up in your ass. That needs to fix. I'm making comic book videos. I almost did it again. Kids like Batman. Kids like Superman. Kids like Teen Titans Go. So what, if I just start talking about those, I'm getting banned? Like, what's the deal here? How are you going to enforce it? Just everyone with a... everyone with a pulse is just gonna... What is this? Arrow Season 1 or Arrow Season 2? Am I safe because I'm not that offensive? Or... That is an actual dog. That one doesn't sound anything like the other one. Shut the hell up, you stupid mutt. Roar. You guys hear it though, right? Could be in my head. A lot of things are. Therefore, that means that they're also in my ass. So I'm running out of storage. I gotta stop with the jokes. So yeah, seriously, is this Arrow Season 1? You gonna shoot down every channel with a pulse, put an arrow in everyone, or you're just gonna enforce the bad ones? Like, my content can be enjoyed by kids, but I'm not doing some weird Elsa Gate BS. I'm not trying to get kids. Kids want to watch, sure. But, like, how are we doing this here? Because, in theory, this law doesn't do anything. Kids are watching my channel, so if I ever get ads, they get ads. But I'm not directing it towards kids. But kids are just going to go onto those because your rules mean that they can't ever find my video, so they'll just go and stumble onto another video that's way worse. And they'll get personal ads. The hell, you're not fixing anything. People are like, this might fix it. No, your head is in your ass. You didn't think this through. Because So you can't search for the video. It will not pop in your recommended. It will not be. You can't link it. That's what I'm reading. That could be a lie, but that's what I've read. Making the video basically invisible, right? How does this help anyone? The kid can't find it, so the video effectively drops off the face of the universe, and then the kid finds a video way worse. That's one, just inappropriate for the kid, and two, they're still getting personalized ads based on their data. Your argument may be, well, if parents would just step in and do that, protect them from this, then there wouldn't be a problem. Exactly. Clearly they're not doing it. This rule is not going to suddenly make them do it. And I'm not saying the parents are in the wrong here. I'm saying the law is retarded. It's not the law, actually, I don't think. The government stepping in is retarded. I'm just saying, this doesn't help anyone. Think about it. Do the research. Think about it. This isn't like, oh, you're arming the teachers now? That's going to suddenly stop the problem? This isn't a political thing. This is just straight up retarded. This is a fact. This helps no one. How does this help anyone? Put a point in the comment and I'll disprove it. I really gotta go now. See you.